Welcome to Learn, Grow, Eat, Go. This is a multi-county program. We can start with introductions. Not all the agents are on today, but my name is Mary Jane Little. I'm the 4-H agent for Mason County. So if you're not familiar with that, we're up by the Ohio border, right around Fleming, and more like northeast. So do Dina and Meredith and Madeline want to introduce themselves too?
Hi, I'm Madeline Wells, and I'm one of the 4-H agents in Fayette County. That's Lexington, so we're right in the middle of central Kentucky.
All right. Hi, I am Dina Reed. I'm the 4-H agent in Meade County, which is a little bit further west than you guys. We are just south of Jefferson County, and we border Indiana.
Hi guys, I'm Meredith Lampkin. I'm the program assistant for Mason County, so I work with Mary Jane Little, and I will be on and off throughout these for your help.
And Macy Fons is our horticulture agent in Mason County. She's not with us today, but you'll be seeing her throughout the weeks too, doing some lessons also. So that's everyone. Do we want to do a quick icebreaker and everyone who's on kind of say your name, county, and one thing you're excited to learn from Learn, Grow, Eat, Go? Anyone want to go first?
You might want to call them from the list so that way they're
okay.
Not top each other.
How about Addison Moore? Why don't we hear from you first?
I'm Addie, and I'm from Brandenburg, Kentucky.
Anything you want to learn, Addie, from Learn, Grow, Eat, Go?
Okay. What? I want to learn more about gardens.
Thank you. How about Anna and Addie West? Why don't you two go next?
I'm Addison West. I am from Brandenburg, Kentucky. No, what do you want? I want to learn more about gardens. Your turn. I'm Anna, and I'm from Brandenburg, Kentucky, and I'm not sure what I want to learn about yet.
Thank you. All right, how about Avery?
I'm Avery, and I'm from Fayette County. And there's not really anything I want to learn about yet.
All right, thank you. And how about Miss Annalise? That's under Kathy. Annalise, if you just want to say your name, what county you're in, and one thing you want to learn from Learn, Grow, Eat, Go. We are joined with Fayette and Meade County today.
Hi, I'm Annalise, and I'm from I don't really know.
Mason
County, and I don't know what I want to learn about yet.
All right, and that's just fine. All right, next we have Sophia and Natalie.
My name is Natalie Mitchell, and I'm from Fleming County, and I want to learn about how to grow plants a lot easier.
My name is Sophia Mitchell, and I am also from Fleming County, and I want to learn everything you have to teach me.
Oh, wonderful. So these two girls, they live in Fleming, but they go to school at St. Pat's in Maysville. So they participate through the Mason County 4-H program. Very good. All right. And then we have someone on the phone. I'm assuming that must be Miss Cadence. Cadence, if you want to unmute on the phone and say your name, county, and one thing you want to learn from Grow Eat Go today.
My face is Evan.
We're having a little hard time hearing you, Cadence. Oh, did she hang up? Did we
Looks
lose
like
her?
she's gone.
Okay, well, hopefully they can pop back in. But that's Cadence Newell. She's in Mason County, and I'm sure she'll be very excited to learn all about how plants grow and how to grow gardens. So, all right, let's go ahead and get started today. So we're going to kick it off with an activity called a Know and Show Sombrero. So before we get into that, let's kind of talk about what we know about plants and ourselves. How do we relate to plants? Does anyone want to shout out some answers? All right, Sophia and Natalie, tell me what's one thing that humans need that plants also need?
Water.
And
Water, great. Yep. All right, how about Avery? Why don't you give me something else?
kind of shelter because the plants live in the soil and we live in a house.
Absolutely, that's a great answer. All right, let's see, who else? How about Anna and Addie? What's something else that plants need that humans also need?
Food.
Food? Yep, absolutely. So food for us might be vegetables and food to eat, and then food for plants might come in the form of sunlight. Very good. And then is there anything else that we're missing? What about fresh air? Yeah, plants need air, we need air, absolutely. So we have the sunlight or food, we have water and air and nutrients too, and the soil and all that good stuff for plants. So what we're gonna do is you should have gotten some newspaper, and I have mine here. You can have 2 larger sheets of newspaper, or if you got the smaller sheets, that'll work too. But I want you, it's gonna get a little crinkly with the paper, but you're gonna lay it. I like to put the crease going long ways, so I look like I'm in a little paper house. So go ahead and get your newspaper and get in your little paper house here. And we're gonna start to make our sombrero. All right,
Are you supposed to get the bag or you just get some?
I'm not sure exactly how your county did it. If you gathered your own supplies, then you'll need to get newspaper. If you got a bag, then it may have been in there.
It wasn't in there when I got a bag.
Your bag should have had some blank paper in there. It doesn't have any writing on it. Aha, there it is.
There you go. Yeah, tissue paper would work. Just any big paper. So we have it like this. You're going to press it down and mold it around your head like this. After you mold it, you're going to get your tape. And if you have a friend with you, that might be very helpful to help hold it. I'm going to attempt to do this without a friend because I don't think my dog will be able to help me very much. But I'm going to get my tape and I'm going to wrap it around my head on the paper, not on your face, just on the paper. So it'll mold to your head. Wow, this is going to be this wonderful here. Here we go.
You're doing a great job, Mary Jane.
Thanks. And I'm going to go around maybe 3 or 4 times with my tape. Just to make sure it's nice and molded to my head here. Okay. Oh, it's a nice little sun hat. Look at that. Okay. All right, after you get it molded to where it will stay by yourself here, you're going to take the edges and you're going to roll them up so it's not all in your face. And I'm leaving this on my head while I'm making it and just rolling it around. Yep, good job, Anna and Addie. I see you. Sophia, Natalie, looks like you're doing good. Yep, you're getting it, Avery. Let's see, I'm going to scroll through and click on. Yep, there you go, Annalise. You're getting it. It's kind of tricky, but just keep working with it. If you have to bend it around your head and tape it down. All right. Mine looks more like, I wouldn't say sombrero. I would say pioneer hat, maybe. A pirate hat. I don't know. All right. You should be able to take it off after you're finished molding it. So you have your hat here. And we'll give you all a few minutes. Once you're done with your hat, I want you to point to it like this to let us know that it's ready. Natalie, your hat looks so cool. You're like rolling it up on the sides. I like that. There you go, Annalise. You're getting it. Addison, good job. Good job, Anna and Addie. It looks like y'all are about done. You're getting it. Good. Gosh, y'all look much better than mine. I guess I have a big head. Doing good. Y'all are still making some finishing touches on it. That's great. All right, doing good. Give you another minute or two and then we're gonna start decorating our hat. So if you're not quite done, keep working and then we're gonna jump into decorating here in another minute or so.
I don't know how to do it. It won't work for me.
All right, well, if you're having a hard time with it, you can just kind of make, it doesn't have to be a full wraparound hat. Just try and mold it the best you can and then tape a little bit off so it'll just kind of sit on your head. That'll be fine too.
Okay.
There we go. Natalie, let me see yours, because see, it looks like Natalie got some of the shorter newspaper. So instead of wrapping it all the way around to give a full brim, she put the crease in the middle and then rolled up the sides and taped them to make it more like a headpiece type hat. So that was really creative. Great job. Anna, Addie, your hats look awesome. Good job, Addison. Annalise, it looks like you're coming along good. Just keep working. I know it's kind of tricky. Thank you so much for that picture, Madeline. This is blackmail right here. All right. So once you have your hat finished, if you're still working, that's fine. Take your time. You're going to take your hat off so it should maintain some kind of shape. And in your bag or whatever supplies you collected, you should have something that represents the sun, water, air, and nutrients. And if you're in the Mason County group, you also got one for soil, because I thought that was one of our elements, but I was mistaken. So you actually get 5. I went around my house today. I did not get time to gather my materials at the office. So my daughter has all these little foam sticker type things that I'm going to be using, and then some pipe cleaners here that I'm going to be putting on my hat here. So what we're going to do is you're going to find something that represents the sun. Maybe it's a yellow balloon or a yellow piece of construction paper or a yellow post-it note, just something, or orange, you know, whatever you want to use to represent your sun. I want you to put it right on the top of your sombrero or your hat, your headpiece.
Do we need to blow up our balloons?
If you want to, you can. It's up to you. If you got a yellow balloon and want to blow it up, that would be pretty cool for the sun. So here's my little foam sticker. I'm going to put it right at the top there because the sun is shining down on our beautiful know and show sombrero here. And then I'm going to be using some tape to fasten all of my other goodies to my hat. So I have a little blue foam that's going to represent water. And I'm just going to tape that on anywhere you want onto your sombrero. There's mine. And then I have some nutrients that I'm going to stick on here. And this is going to represent all the nutrients plants need to grow. There's a nutrient. And then for your wind, that might be feathers, that might be pipe cleaners, whatever, maybe blue pieces of paper. I have this little foam thing. It looks like a little hurricane. I'm going to use that for my wind. And then again, like I said, I accidentally put, in the Mason County bags, I put brown, black, tan, or maybe even like a burnt orange color felt square in yours, and that can represent soil. So you can put that on there if you like.
Fayette County will have some little brown and black pieces too for soil.
Awesome. So here's what mine looks like. I have a sun, I have, oh, that's enough. I have nutrients, I have water, I have air, I have soil. That's gonna be like my little pipe cleaners there. And so when I wear my hat, this is everything the plant needs for to be healthy and to grow and to produce fruits and vegetables and resources for us to eat and use on a day-to-day basis. So that's for you to keep there. Give you a couple more minutes. Once you're done with your sombrero or your headpiece, I want you to put it on and wave to the camera so we can all see what they look like. And then I'm going to be about ready to share my screen. I'm going to go ahead and do that. I have a PowerPoint here that we're going to go through, and will help guide us for the rest of our meeting today. Annalise, that looks great. You're doing a good job. Oh, the cat's back. Or is everyone just about done with their sombrero or their hat? I see Annalise wearing hers. I see Avery blowing up her sun. All right, well, if you're still working on that, that's great. You can keep working, but we are gonna move on. So, oops. The first thing we're gonna talk about, which we've already pretty much touched on, is our human needs. So we talked about needing food and shelter and sunlight and air, and those are all the same kind of things that plants need. So when we think of the word plants, there are 5 or 6 different things that they need in order to grow and be successful. So the P is going to stand for place. So where are you going to plant your garden? Is it going to be in a container, in a raised bed, or are you going to put it straight into the ground in a garden space? Let's see, we'll see what L stands for. L stands for light. So whether that's the sun, or if you have some artificial light, maybe through the aquaponics type indoor garden. Does anyone want to guess what A stands for in plants? What would A be?
Air.
Very good. Very good. Air. What about N? What do you think N means?
Nutrients.
You got it. Yep, nutrients. So nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium. What about T? Any guesses? T is a little tricky. Thirsty. So that's going to be their water need. And what about S? Does anyone want to take a guess on S? Yeah, Annalise. Yeah, go ahead and unmute, Annalise. Yep, you're muted. We can't hear you. We can't quite hear you, Annalise. You're still muted. If you can click the unmute button. That's all right. S is going to be for soil. Is that what you were going to say, Annalise? Yeah, good job. Yeah, soil or any other media. So it could be like sand, gravel, even water, like we were just talking about the aquaponics, for growing the roots. We've already made our know and show sombrero. So next we're going to talk about our 5 senses and how food and how we eat food and think about food, evaluate food, and our gardening and how this is all connected. So I want you all to unmute one at a time if you like, and to share what kind of foods do you like? Preferably something you can grow in a garden. Would anyone like to share? Yeah, Natalie, I see your hand up. Go ahead and unmute and talk to us.
Watermelon.
Watermelon, yum, me too. What else? What about you, Addison?
I like bananas.
Good, yeah. Anna, what about you? What kind of foods do you like?
I like apples.
Good. Very good. All right. Anyone else want to share some foods you like? All right. So whenever we think about bananas and watermelons and apples, there are so many different descriptive words we can use to describe them. I love watching cooking shows on the Food Network. And whenever we watch Chopped or even Chopped Junior or Ultimate Chef, the judges, whenever they're evaluating the dish, they don't just say, wow, that was a great meatloaf. You know, they say, oh, the crunch of the onion and the brightness coming through from the lemon and the meatiness of the mushroom. They really try to captivate those descriptive words so us at home, the audience, and even the chefs know what the judges feel about their food. So there's a million different food descriptors: salty, sweet, tender, firm, sour, bitter, bright. Like I said, the brightness of a lemon. I love to make roasted vegetables. And what I'll do is I'll chop up all the vegetables I want to roast on a cookie sheet. I will sprinkle them with salt, a little olive oil, and I'll squeeze a lemon on them. And it really does bring out more of a bright type flavor with the lemon. So kind of keep some food descriptors in your head. And if you want to share with us a couple of food descriptors that described a kind of food you like, we'd love to hear it. So Addison Moore, what would be a good food descriptor for bananas?
Soft.
Soft? Absolutely. Natalie, do you want to share a food descriptor for watermelon?
Hard.
Hard. Yeah, the outside's hard for sure. Anna, what about you for your apple?
Sweet, juicy, and crunchy.
Very good. Yeah, and depending on the type of apple, there's so many different apple varieties. Whenever I make an apple pie, I love to use Granny Smith apples because I think they're really tangy and kind of tart, and that really helps give more flavor to the pie. All right, so which descriptors fit what senses? So when you think about it, when you think of tangy, would that be for touch, sight, hearing, taste? What one? Good job, Sophia. Yeah, taste. What about fragrant?
Smell.
Smell, very good. What would be a good descriptor for touch?
Firm.
Firm, very good. Yeah, firm, soft, very good. So something else for sight might be a color. Like if you have a red strawberry, that red is going to catch your eye. So whenever you're eating food or even just describing foods, it's really good to pull all your senses in to try and give the most well-rounded picture to the food you're evaluating. So here's a picture we'll go over pretty quickly, like flaky, that can be both sight and touch. Crunchy can be a touch and also a sound, right? We didn't really talk about sound. You think, well, what other food would have sound? When I think of sound, I think of putting maybe a burger on the grill and you get that sizzling sound. Or if you pop popcorn, you hear the pop, 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 either in the microwave or on the stove top. Taste, obviously that could be, you know, sour, salt, sweet, you know, dark green. So if the strawberry has a really dark green leaf, that would be for sight. So again, just using all of your senses to encompass the food to give it the most accurate description. So what we're going to do next is I want you all to get up and go wash your hands for 20 seconds, soap and water. We're going to give them a good scrubbing, and then we are going to ask you all to get one item of food from your house, and we're going to evaluate it and evaluate it with using all of our senses. So go ahead, wash your hands, get your food item, and meet me back here in, oh, let's say about 3 minutes. I'm gonna go wash my hands too and get my food item.
Mary Jane.
Yes.
I'm sorry, this is Kathy Bess.
Annalise
is gonna have to.
We are good to go. Thank you.
All right, so everyone's washed their hands for at least 20 seconds and got all those germs off, and they all came back with a food item. Now it looks like everyone picked a healthy choice. So I'm very proud about that. I was not expecting everyone to pick a fruit or vegetable, so very good. I picked grapes. So I have a little handful of grapes here. All right, so, well, here, let me see if I can go back. Okay. All right, so what we're gonna do is we are going to grade our food. So anywhere from an A to an F. Oh, well, yeah, this is right. Anywhere from an A to an F, we're gonna grade on the sight, smell, feel, sound, and taste. So in your journal, you should have a journal entry page. Open it up and get a pen or a pencil to write with. And first, let's just focus on sight. So whether if it's in a can, you might want to open that can and pull one out. I know we have some sliced pears. Or if it's something you're holding here, you can just go ahead and look at it, grade it on the color, the consistency. Is it supposed to look the way it looks? Here on mine, I'll put up real close. My grape has a little bit of a blemish right there. If you can see the skin peeled back, and maybe it's from where I popped it off the stem, but it's a touch. Oh, well, see, I just said touch, so I'm not there yet. So sight. So I see the skin's peeled back. But other than that, my color looks good. It's a nice round grape. It's not, you know, a square or any other shape I would expect a grape to be. So for my grape, I won't give it an A+ because the skin is peeled right there. But I'd give it an A. I think it looks pretty good. I think it deserves an A. So in your journal, I want you to do the same thing. Addison, I see your hand up. Addison Moore.
My pears are expired, so we're changing to blackberries.
Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah, blackberries, great choice. So go ahead and judge it on sight. Did you say something, Sophia or Natalie?
Is this the right page?
Yeah, any page, that'll be just fine.
Okay.
And then go ahead and grade it for all the rest of your senses. Give it a sniff. Does it smell like it's supposed to? Does it smell pleasing to you, or maybe not so much? Honestly, when I smell it, I smell the hand soap I just used to wash my hand. But if I try really hard and just barely hold it at the edge, I can. Oh yeah, there it is. Yep, I smell the grape. I feel the grape. I feel a soft spot on my grape. My grape feels very plump and firm, but I feel a soft spot right where that skin had peeled. I'd still eat it. It still seems all right, but there is a bit of a soft spot, and the more I mess with it, the more that spot is getting softer and softer. Let's see, sound. I guess sound might also be judged when you bite into it. Make sure, if when you do go to eat your food, if it's something that needs to be washed first, a fruit item or a vegetable, you might have to run to the sink and rinse it off, make sure it's, you know, prepared to eat. So your
I've already
sound.
washed this.
Perfect. Yeah, if it's already, I had already washed my grapes, so my grapes are good to go. So sound and taste might go in the same category because you may not be able to hear it until you bite into it. Does it crunch? Does it make a popping noise? Does it, you know, can you break it in half and have a snap from it? And record all of that in your journal.
Are we eating yet?
Yeah, after you've evaluated sight, smell, and feel, you can go ahead and eat it. And also remember the sound. What does it sound like? All right, so how did it go? I want to hear from everybody, and I want to hear your scores from A to F on the 5 senses, and which sense surprised you most, and which sense was your favorite in food evaluation. All right, looks like Avery's still tasting hers, so let's all jump down to Addison Moore. Are you ready, or do you need a little more time? All right, go ahead and unmute and tell us how it went.
What?
Unmute and tell us how it went.
I wasn't actually still eating it. It's just I was having a little snack too.
Does someone else maybe want to share first then, if Addison's still tasting hers?
Mine was good. It was really sour though.
All right, what grade would you give for sight, smell, feel, sound, and taste? And they can be different. You could have an A in sight, but a C in smell. Addison, you want to unmute and share with us your grades? What you graded them?
My sight gets an A because they're really like hard but mushy. So good. It didn't have a smell, so. Still, it was A. And then sound didn't have a sound, so it's F. And then taste was A.
Very good, thank you. All right, Sophia and Natalie, you're up next.
My popcorn tasted good.
Okay, what about the sight? Did it look good?
Yeah. And it smelled good, and I put B for feel and A for sound because it popped.
Very good. All right, Natalie, what about your apple?
It was a peach.
A peach, sorry.
I put A for sight because it looks really good.
A for smell, A for feel, and for sound, I put B because I don't think it sounds that good. And then taste, I put A.
Thank you. All right, Anna and Addie West, you two are next.
So we did the pepper, and the sight was an A. Like, it looked good. The smell was a B because it smelled like hot. And then the feel was a B because it was bumpy. And then the sound was an A because it was very crunchy. And then taste was a C. I didn't really like it.
I saw you all, I saw you all laughing. Were you all laughing because it was hot, or what happened with that?
Well, sort of. Like, we were laughing because it was hot. Like, I liked it, I didn't like it, and she did.
Okay, good, good. Thanks for sharing. All right, Avery, you're next.
The sight was an A. Smell didn't really smell like anything. The feel. I did an apple. The feel felt pretty hard, so I gave it an A. Sound pretty crunchy when I ate it. And the taste, I gave it an A.
Awesome. All right. Well, thanks everyone for sharing. We have some extra credit for you all. So sometime this week, whenever you're eating a meal with your family, I'm going to challenge each of you to evaluate an entire meal. So using all 5 of your senses, evaluate a meal, record it in your journal, and then next week we can talk about it and share it. Or we can also talk about the very end too of our program. So if you all want to continue to evaluate foods, and then we can chat about it at the end, that would be fun. And it'll also help you become more aware of what you're eating, what you're putting into your body, how it makes you feel, just by incorporating all of your senses into mealtime. Where am I? All right, so what we're going to do now is we have one final activity before the end of our session today. It's going to be a journal entry, and we have about technically 2 minutes until this is over, but we can go a little, maybe a couple minutes over if you all want to do this together, or you all can write in your journal at the end of the video, and you can share it. You don't have to share it. It's completely up to you. It's your journal. But what I want you to do is imagine what you could grow from a mystery seed. So in your journal, you're going to write a paragraph or 2 about a mystery seed and what could grow from it. What would the seed need? Would it be, would it grow a food? Would it grow a magic beanstalk? Would it grow money? Would it grow a new horse? You know, who knows? It could be magical, it could be realistic. It's completely up to you all. It's your fictional seed, what would grow from it. So if I were growing a seed, I think mine would probably grow a horse because I love horses. So my seed would definitely need air and water and sunlight, but my seed might also need a little sugar because horses love sugar cubes. So I might sprinkle a little sugar in with my seed. I might spray my seed with fly spray so it doesn't attract a lot of flies, because horses in the summertime when it gets hot, they get a lot of flies on them. So I might spray my seed with a little fly spray to keep all the bugs off of it, because again, with the horses. So think about it with your mystery seed. Write it in your journal if you want, and you already know what mystery seed yours would be. we can take a few minutes and share now. If you want to keep that to yourself and just document it in your journal, you're more than welcome to do that too. So would anyone like to share their idea for the mystery seed? Natalie, I see your hand up. Go ahead.
I would probably want a seed for a horse too.
Oh, nice. What would you put on your seed to make your horse grow?
Probably water and some horse, like, fly spray and stuff.
Great. Anyone else?
I would want my seed to be a cucumber plant.
A cucumber? Nice. What would you put on that seed?
Water.
Water, yeah. Make sure it's in the soil. Would you want to put it in a sunny spot or a shady spot?
A sunny spot.
Very good. Anna and Addie, do you two want to share what your mystery seed would be?
Ours would be a money tomato plant. Like, if when you're going to eat the tomato and you cut it open, there's money inside. And then we would like sprinkle quarters and dimes all over it to make it grow. And then we'd put it in a sunny spot.
I love it. Addison, do you want to share a mystery seed?
Mine would be a money watermelon.
Ooh.
Ours is a
Money tomato.
What would your money watermelon need?
It would need dollars.
Yeah. Good, thank you. Avery, do you want to share your mystery seed?
I would want mine to be a seed that grows into a dog. I put it in a pretty shady and kind of sunny spot because usually dogs like sitting in shady spots. And I would maybe put some dog food and water on it.
Great, I love it. Good job. All right, did I get everybody? I think I did. All right, does anyone have any questions for us today? Did you all have fun? Was this a fun day? Give me a thumbs up if you thought it was good. Awesome. Oh, who's that? Sitting on Sophia's lap. That cutie.
This is Chloe.
Aww. Good. All right, before we end, we all have to put on our know and show hats for Miss Dina. So
Can you stop sharing your screen, Mary Jane, too?
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
There we go. All right, if you have your hat, put it back on so Miss Dina can see it.
And say hello, Sophia and Natalie. I'm pinning each of you guys so we can see your hats. Oh, there's a pup. Anna and Addie. Let's see your hats. Addie Moore. Ooh, you all guys look like you're ready for the Derby with your fancy hats. Who did I miss? Avery. Avery, did you get your hat made? No? Okay. We'll get you next week. How about that? think that's
And Dina, I just saw your comment about the pretest. I did completely forget about that.
yeah.
Should we do that real quick now or next week? What do you think?
I have a question.
Yeah.
What is the pretest?
The pretest was going to be a few quick questions. Here, I'm going to pull it up and we can work through it really quick before we.
Madeline, can you record the responses?
All right, I'm going to share my screen again if that's okay. And we're going to look at our pretest. And this is just going to be for us to, here we go. For us to look at and see how much everyone learns during our time together with Learn, Grow, Eat, Go. So what I want you to do is I'm going to read them out. And if you think yes, I want you to raise your hand. If you think no, I do not want you to raise your hand. Okay. All right. I can identify the differences between fruits and vegetables. All right. Hands down. Number 2, I can identify the major parts of the plant. All right, hands down. Number 3, I've planted seeds in a container or a garden and had them grow successfully. Hands down. Number 4, I know how to make healthy choices about what I eat. All right, number 5, I feel like I get plenty of physical activity. Number 6, I know what my plate is. Number 7, I've tried a healthy food even though I didn't want to. Number 8, I have successfully harvested fruits and vegetables from a home garden. And that's it. The last 2 are going to be at the end. So that is it for our pre-test there. And like I say, this is just going to help us to see how much you all learned from our program. So hopefully at the end we can have all the yeses and do good there. So if there aren't any other questions, I thank you all so much for joining us, and I'm looking forward to a fun 8 weeks together with our Learn, Grow, Eat, Go.
Is it time to say goodbye yet?
I think so.
Thank you.
Bye.